This knives.
Got your crab ragoon. What the hell is that thing? It's like some kind of fried
We
peach.
got fried shrimp.
Look at
We
you.
got bananas, fried bananas. I think it's plankton.
Plantain.
Plantain, yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Where can you go eat like this for that price? And have the variety that you
It's
have.
4.
Is it slick?
Well, yeah, when I went to sit down, my feet went out like that. You don't feel that on your shoes?
Oh, I feel it. I feel
Yeah.
it. Oh, yeah, it's totally
Oh, I
slick.
better.
Watch it.
It feels like somebody
Whatever they
used the
mop
wrong
with,
soap
yeah.
in the mop bucket.
Like wax.
They either use the wrong soap in the mop bucket, or they
Straw. Something, yeah.
or got a lot of grease in there. Sometimes I've seen that
Yeah.
happen too. It doesn't smell like grease though.
No.
You usually smell that.
Two of these.
So it looks like it's going to be training rain all day.
It's supposed to today, tomorrow, Friday.
I've seen it even Saturday and Sunday now too.
Saturday, no. Sunday, yes, I think. Last I heard. You want this lemon?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, they definitely can't predict much more than 24 hours
No.
ahead.
If that, yeah.
I always told Mom, it's just like I went to college for the wrong thing.
Yeah, because you can be wrong and still get paid good.
Yes, exactly.
That's what Buck said too.
That's exactly right. I went to school for probably the hardest and worst paying job,
Yeah.
being a horticulturalist.
You know what? It is. Because there's, unless you get to,
Unless you own your own business or you're a boss or a manager. That's the
Yeah.
only time you ever make any money out doing
Right.
that.
okay, Danny, give me some napkins and a pinky.
And a pinky.
And a pinky.
Well, we got pinky in the brain here.
Damn, look at all this. I'm set. Oh, where's our shrimp? Oh, here, in front of me.
I guess this is, I still don't have any taste. I had, when I was sick a couple weeks ago, I talked to Dr. Pratt. He said he was sure that I had that COVID that's going around.
Yeah, obviously.
Because I lost my taste, and I still don't have taste or smell now. The cough is finally gone, and the sneezing and stuff, but nothing tastes like anything. It just, you
You
know,
might have had it.
that's what he said. Everything I had is what it is, yeah. And it was, you know, really just tired and stuff. Just really felt crappy. He said he's sure, and there's nothing they can do for it, so,
No,
no. So, I mean, the other stuff is fine. It's just that
everything tastes like
the
nothing.
same, yeah.
Just tastes like
It's the
nothing.
same, yeah.
You're tasting air, basically. That's crazy.
I went to the doctor the other day. God, this is my monthly doctor's.
Well, I'm going through them too, trust me. I've got to go get kidney surgery done, so...
Did they set it up yet? With the
No,
CAT
I got to
scan?
call them up again. But they got to go through my back to get it out.
Really?
Yeah, they can't go up through. They have to go through the
What's
back.
wrong with
It's
your
too
kidney?
big. Huh?
What's wrong with your kidney?
Got a kidney stone that's like over 2 inches.
Oh,
It's starting to go up into all the individual avenues that the fluid comes through the
The
kidneys.
intestines.
So it's getting up in there. It kind of almost looks like a piece of coral. Starting to look like that. So what they got to do is they got to put a whole port in my back and go in through that way and break the kidney stones up and then suck them out that way.
oh, okay.
It's just too much to pass through my bladder and everything like that. So they got to go in and do that.
Oh, I don't know how many. Buck had those kidney stones. Oh, that's a while back. Because the pain was excruciating. Went to the ER, it was so bad. And that's what he had. And they had to go they admitted him right away, and they had to do. He
Football
wasn't going to be able
trips
to pass him. Yeah, that they had to go in and
They go in and break it up with the impact, or they use
I
the.
think they took him out.
They went and took them out. Yeah, I've had them done that way too. I passed one a third of the size of a dime.
You know what?
On my
that
own.
might be a hereditary Adams trait.
No, actually, my dad never had them,
Nobody else was at him.
and I think it's either due to the pharmaceutical medications that they give us, or it's all the preservatives and stuff in our food.
Yeah, but I haven't had them since I was born.
Yeah, but there's a difference between. So you didn't start out eating that stuff at a young age, where it's like we did. So it's more affecting us now than it does the older generation, because you guys initially weren't introduced into that type of food. So that processed stuff didn't start really coming out until the late 70s, early 80s.
We didn't have processed food.
Huh?
We didn't have processed food.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. So when we're growing up, we were getting more introduced to the processed food, and it affected us in a longer term effect, because we got introduced to it at such a young age that it affected us. It affected our development
You
and
know,
everything.
in Valley Park, that street where Carroll House is and that.
Yeah. Manners.
Well, there used to be a shoe store,
Oh,
and Glenn lived above that. And then there was a bakery, and Duff's owned that. Then there was a grocery store, and you go in there, and we didn't have a variety of produce, you know, unless it was summertime. We didn't have all
It was all more seasonal. Everything was more seasonal. You know, your vegetables and fruits were all seasonal based and stuff like that. Now we got greenhouses we can grow year round, and but it's them genetically modifying stuff, messing with the genomes and
they
stuff.
do that all the time.
Oh yeah.
Because when we go to Jeff City, in this one flat place where they got all these
Yep.
fields, and you see the signs of the cob or whatever.
Yep. That's why a lot of Eastern countries in Africa won't buy Monsanto's corn seed or wheat seed or anything like that, because they have genetically altered it to where its genosperm is not alive after it grows. So you can't take the corn and try to regrow another crop.
You cannot take the seeds from that corn.
Yep. Or wheat or anything else. So normally farmers would take about a third of their crop to reseed the following year. And you can't do that with those genetically modified plants. No, I got into studying all that stuff. I even researched a lot of it, thought about getting into going to school for it.
Like you said, you don't get paid for that. You don't
Well, it depends on who you work for. I mean, you can get paid some pretty good money if you're a good researcher or a scientist or a developer. If you're good at it. My problem is, and the reason why I didn't do it is, if you put me to a task, I will continue to do it, even though it could be morally improper. So like if somebody came up and said, your job today is to build the world's deadliest fires, I would do it. And it's just because I'm being told to do it is my job. It's one of those, you put me to a task, I do it type thing. So, because Dad even wanted me to get into working for Monsanto before Bear bought him out. He's like, why don't you go to work there? And I'm like, no, you don't want me there. You don't want me doing that kind of stuff.
And they do a lot of chemicals in that.
You know, well, I've been exposed to all that working in agriculture. That's another possibility too, is all the chemicals I've been exposed to, especially Roundup.
Well, see,
I mean, I've practically
if you
eaten
went in
Roundup.
the Army, you'd really be exposed to it.
Oh yeah.
Especially back when our guys went in the Army, huh, Judy?
oh, yeah. Well,
Well, they experimented on soldiers and everything.
especially the Vietnam War.
Oh yeah.
But Glenn went down to Red Sands, New Mexico, twice. where they lit the atomic bombs. And I just think that's exactly where he got that little bug is hot in the lungs.
It could be, yeah.
But then we got some of that fallout up in North St. Louis.
Yeah, that's from developing and processing the materials to make the uranium for the bombs. That's where they were purifying it from U-238 to U-235.
And you know those people up there that if they dig in that and it flies in the air, you breathe it.
Yep. Oh, it's in the water up there. It's been recorded in the creek and all that. It's everywhere up there.
They've been saying that for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then why they say they'll buy 7 or 8 people out.
Oh yeah, but see, the thing is it costs them billions and billions of dollars to buy all that out and clean it up and fix it. That's why nobody is doing anything to take any claim to that.
That might be
issue.
why Lori is waiting for the settlement.
Lori who?
Your friend Lori.
Oh, Chris's friend?
No, Lois.
Oh, Lois. Lois. No. She just isn't.
Because she's up near that.
Well, not that close to it. But,
I thought she might be waiting for it.
no, just doesn't want to get rid of the stuff. And then you have to make the effort to go in there and start. Well, you know what the house looked like.
Yeah.
Well, it probably looks worse now.
It's
Because nobody's lived in it
It's moldy.
since she got married.
She's got black mold in that house. It's actually contaminated now.
Well, you know, tried to tell her quite a few years ago, sell it as is. Because you're not going to put all that money in to do all of that. Well, no. Don't want to do that. Because something about the money, I said, Lois, I said, first, you never put any money into it. It was your mom and dad's house. You got the house after, your dad died, and then after your mom died, you've lived there, you got the house. So you didn't pay anything for the house. So anything you get is going to be profit for you. So who the hell cares?
Well, now you don't have
What's going to happen is it's going to be left to Jerry, because I'm sure Lois, well, maybe she'll die before he will. So. Well, I mean, there's like, what, 12 years difference?
She's lots older.
Yeah, I think 10 or 12 years older, yeah.
Damn. Well, they say marry younger. Tell the women to marry younger.
Yeah.
So she did. Huh? They always say women should marry younger, and we always look for older. Because it wouldn't be right to marry a younger guy back then. You know?
Well, actually, they're saying, genetically speaking,
Your arm.
older men and younger women are genetically more compatible than older women and younger men. So, like, you know, a man that's sometimes probably 10 years older than the female,
Yeah.
because of his genes have aged to a certain point and are matured and have experienced certain things, that the genetics that he passes on are going to be greater because of the exposures and the experiences that he's experienced up to that point.
Yeah, but
Whereas the girl doesn't have those exposures because she's the one who carries the baby, so she's the one that's going to be, you want her to be less polluted by the environment and the toxins and stuff like that.
yeah, but
Not saying it's proper or not, just saying.
they always look first, usually. You see more widows than you see widowers.
Well, and that's also because men are more likely to be put in positions that they can die off. They're exposed to a lot more environments and stuff. So, especially way back in the old days, you know, I mean. But even then, women back then also died pretty young and quick too. So,
Oh, gee, you should try this plankton.
I've had it before. But I don't, doesn't make any difference, I can't taste it now, so.
She's just like, it's a waste.
It's a texture matter.
Where did you see that? I
like a
never saw
custom
that.
texture.
First,
It's the, yeah, the first thing up there, isn't it? Yeah, it's up,
the first thing on this
Yeah.
Is
side.
it sweet or is it? Yeah.
And it's got a cool texture.
It's kind of like a custard texture. Real creamy. Yeah.
they look like a banana. They have, they serve that a lot in the Caribbean.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's good.
I think that's where originally the recipes came from, was from Caribbeans. Like Jamaicans do it a lot. I know they do it a lot in recipes. So
It's good. And then I go to a different texture of the mushroom.
now I like banana frosters. I used to make banana frosters all the time.
I think I've never had that.
Really?
I've always heard of it, but I never did.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
It would not come off there.
Yeah. We made that trout fishing, didn't we? Or you made it that one time, banana Foster's?
I think so.
I was gonna say no, Mom made it before. She's made it
Banana
before.
Foster's with the banana and the
got
rum or
rum.
whatever, and you catch it on
It's got
fire.
banana, sugar, rum, and butter. And you start out cooking the banana in the butter,
And that must have been a long time ago.
Well, it
and then
was.
you add a little bit of sugar, and then towards the end you throw some rum in there and get that
Oh,
flame
is that
going.
when you throw the flame up?
You know, you get the little flame, and then you pour it over a vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
That's usually how you serve it.
Talk about ice cream. Deerbergs had that on sale last week on their 3-day special. Wait till you hear my story. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for $2.50 for Blue Bunny.
Blue Bunny,
Blue Bunny.
not Blue Bell.
No, Blue Bunny.
Blue Bunny. So I ended up getting 3 of them. God, we went through 3 of them so fast because that was really good. So Peter said, Mom, Monday I was going to go to the doctor. He said, I'm giving you $10 and you can get 3 more of them. I said, okay. So then I go on their app and it said I already used mine. So I end up calling her, Lynn, to put it on the app. Then we end up using Danny's. And he clicked it on, and I was going to put his telephone number in. And I get to the store, wait till you hear, it was only a 3-day special.
Oh no!
But it was $3.50 instead of $2.50, so I bought 4 of them.
Well, you still got your ice
Oh,
cream.
yeah.
That was still a good deal.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was really good. And last night, it is good. So,
Yeah, Mom's got that iPhone, so I'm like, I don't know where to even begin to download stuff for her phone, because I've got Samsung. I've only used Samsung my whole.
but that was fun.
So
That was so funny. I went to wash my car and went outside and called Glenn, and then he didn't know how to do hers, so he did his.
well, I have it on my phone anyway. I had to re-download it because I apparently took it
Then I
off.
get in there and it was only a 3-day special. I hate it when they do
You
that.
have to watch that, yeah.
Yeah, I go down there and buy my lemon juice down there. That's where I get my all-natural organic lemon juice.
That was funny.
And they got a really good gluten-free selection. When I sometimes like, they have this awesome gluten-free cake in the back there. They got a strawberry shortcake, and they got a chocolate. They're both really good. It's expensive as shit. $14 for like this little square like that
I
big.
got,
Oh, yeah.
I got some, what did I got out in my freezer? Whenever I had the people there, somebody was gluten-free. I got a bag of gluten-free flour out in my freezer if you want it.
You know, because I don't even eat that stuff anymore. All I eat is meat and eggs. That's all I eat. Hamburger and eggs.
As long as it's in the freezer, it's going to last forever.
No, I used to use it for fried chicken, but I don't even eat chicken anymore.
That's what I'm gonna have tonight too, but chicken breast. So I got bacon out and I'm gonna make it cordon bleu.
Well, we're having sloppy Joe.
Well, I had something like that last night, but it was tacos. And he says, Mom, you gotta use that zucchini. So I put onions and then I sauteed them and zucchini, and then what else did I throw in? I threw in something else. He said, Mom, this is really good.
I was going to say, it does sound like a pretty good combination. I know Mom used to take corn and zucchini and stir fry them together. That was another combination I've had. That was pretty good.
And so I did the deer meat, and I used that rotel in that. That stuff is just too hot for me. I just don't like hot food.
Oh, really, Rotel?
Peter loves it. And he even put more jalapenos on it. I thought, how can you? Ugh.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to eat the food I cooked then. You wouldn't do too good.
Peter uses it. He likes it hot.
I used to make a spaghetti that had 3 of the hottest peppers
Oh,
mixed in with it. It had scorpion, ghost pepper, and Carolina Reapers. And I'd cut them all 3 up and cook the hamburger. And then I'd cook the peppers in with the hamburger and everything like that, make a big sauce out of it, and then put in the spaghetti. Yeah, you had to have a stomach of steel to handle it.
I can't eat that stuff.
See, I've been around it since I was a teenager. Started out with jalapeno. Actually, it started out with a Chinese pepper my buddy George gave me.
There was those little round peppers one time that we used to have that was really hot.
Yeah, little red ones.
Yeah,
Yep.
they were little bitty, but they were hot.
Yep, that's what I started out with. And after that, it was hooked. And then we started, every time we get Subway, we had jalapenos just piled on our Subways.
But I don't see that anymore, that pepper. That was
You
one-
probably had to go to like an Asian food market
I'm
or...
not talking about the one that's not round, but it's in some of the Chinese food items.
Well, there's an Asian food marketplace right off of Manchester on 141, right there by Academy Sports. You go in there, like they have like crawfish, live fish, everything. And then there's that World Market in Kirkwood.
I used
That's
to go
got
to that all
that's
the
got a
time.
lot of stuff.
We used to take her there every so often.
Oh, Grandma Allison?
Yeah, she liked them. I can't even tell you what she bought, but she wanted to go there. So.
Oh, I mean, they had everything there. They even sold head cheese.
Oh, and see, I like that cheese. I'm the only one that eat it, but yeah.
I don't even know, do they still make it?
Yep, some countries allow it. Yep, they sold head cheese and something else there. And I was just like, yep, this is definitely an Asian, or this is definitely a foreign market.
But I used
No,
to
I
go
think in
there.
Europe, you're not allowed to sell or serve brands because of mad cow disease concerns over there.
That might be what it is.
That's a lot of places don't recommend eating cow brain or spine because that's where the prions exist.
Oh, I know why I'm doing it. Big slices of red pepper. You know,